Hello and welcome, it's me, LinkedInX2, and welcome back at Worlds. Continuing today with the first best of 5 in the playing stage, where we will see Galatasaray Esports face Beyond Gaming. Who will make it out and face Hunger Life tomorrow, find out, and without further ado, let's get into today's first match. In game number 1 we see Talon jungle, Lucian Brown bot and Zoe. The picks sound kinda nice, but they're not really working well together. Irelia counter pick, Yon mid and Doggo gets Kai'Sa. Beyond also has some strange things there, but they sound nice, right? The game goes about even in the early game, with both junglers making plays, top and bot getting ahead for each respected team, while Beyond is getting the heralds, the Turks stack the drakes, and are able to acquire the Ocean Soul in the end. Losing the ensuing teamfight though, it results into a counter Baron. And they are able to acquire the Ocean Soul in the end. Losing the ensuing teamfight though, resulting in a counter Baron and a 6k deficit, Doggo here really being the huge benefactor of Galatasaray's missteps. Achieving a 50 CS lead, 6-0-3, the Mad Dog of Southeast Asia is ready to pounce. Regardless of all of that though, Bolulu steals the Elder Drake, and while BYG gets a Baron, they turn off their screens, they turn off their brains, eyes and whatever, and they run into the fight, into the Elder Drake, and wow, how could this happen to them? They made huge mistakes, got nowhere to run, and give Galatasaray the avenue they needed to solidify their comeback in this first game. Really huge support from Beyond to help their opponents with this one. Their huge indecisiveness in the second Elder fight as well. Galatasaray here claims the 1-0 lead. Obviously MVP goes to Zoe, piloted by Bolulu. Not only because of the steal, but overall was a main contributor to Galatasaray's gameplay, and he showed quite the gap here versus Moan in the mid lane. Coming to game number 2, when TF and Lee Sin again Galatasaray with some nice early to mid game picks, Price and Lucian for Doggo. BYG looks to keep the draft more or less similar to the first one. The early game again neck on neck, BYG is able to stack kill after kill and build a nice 5k gold lead, looks good so far, but Galatasaray is holding out against them, getting some picks as a follow up. In contrast to the first one though, but this time BYG is stacking the drakes, getting the soul even, but losing the fight afterwards and losing a great part of their lead. This game really goes into the distance, something we have not really seen at Worlds so far. After trading supports, Galatasaray rushes down Elder, gets it, and BYG again rushes into the fight. But surprised, they actually win this fight. Wow, how could this happen? They're so good. Well, does it matter though? No. Well, in the end, they do the classic silver mistake. They push into the base, take inhib, and then afterwards rush to Baron. Not looking at their clock, seeing that the respawn timers are already there, not recalling, not resetting, and well, you know how this one goes. They lose the fight, they lose Baron, and well, in the 40th minute or something, you then lose the game. So again, another game where Galatasaray did well, BYG had all the leads and threw it away again. MVP for this one goes to Mojito's Lee Sin. He's the one who made the plays in the early game and has some crucial kicks in the late game as well. So is Galatasaray going to win this just out of BYG throwing? Who knows? Let's look at the third game. Because in the third game here, Talon and Ryze for Galatasaray, very potent picks here for their key members in the series so far. Doggo gets MF after a very long time, and Liang gets Irelia, also having a good matchup in top. Will this be enough for their first win? Who knows? Doggo and Kino again though getting kills in lane. They're really just smashing bot lane down there. Irelia also doing well as we predicted through the draft. BYG wins both side lanes, but have to mention Bolulu and Mojito are roaming around effectively, picking up kills here and there as punishes after the fights and after overstays. BYG ends up with 3 kills on Amu support and have a 2k gold lead after the early game, but mostly on their support Kino. Another mid game going in BYG's favor in the end, this time more extreme than ever. Kino able to finally pop off, maybe due to all the gold he had, who knows. Doggo also as expected doing great here as usual, and the top half also seemingly having developed new synergy here as well. Will BYG throw the game again, or are they able to close out this game for once with them getting picks, a Baron, and then winning a decisive late game fight around the soul? They actually get their first win against someone other than the Unicorns of Love. MVP obviously goes to the man, the myth, the legend, Doggo on MF. He didn't die in that entire game, and he did all the damage. He's just a monster in this ADC position. Most of the wildcard regions can step up to him individually. He's just doing great, and maybe he can carry his team further. In game number 4, BYG gets some nice picks here on the first blue side game. MF for Doggo again sparks joy for all fans of good League of Legends. Galatasaray, they picked Talon again, which we like. Yeah, it's a cool pick. But Renekton, very weird pick here. But well, Crazy is a Korean top laner, so yeah, Renekton is kinda in his blood, right? Doggo does it again, wins bot lane. The guy, well, as consistent as a clock in these later games here. But Moan again, falling behind Bolulu in the mid lane. And well, for BYG, Pusha is at least stepping up, causing the early and mid game to be quite close here. Then, fighting around Infernal, BYG gets a 1-for-5 fight, and the Drake building up a nice edge here in the game. Doggo going to 7-0-5. I'm repeating myself, he's just insane. Noteworthy this time, BYG doesn't throw the game a second later after they win a fight. For example at Baron. They recall instead. We were witnessing a learning curve here. Promising stuff here. Never mind though. Just a few minutes afterwards, they go 5-man crocodile hunting in the bot lane. Just, yeah, forgetting that Baron is existent, and they give up Baron for nothing. Another slip up in the mid game. This team, I actually swear to God, man, they are so good at some points, right? Team fighting skirmishes really look nice here and there, but they have so many macro slip ups which are like so avoidable actually, and they just throw the games through that or makes their lives harder. Luckily for them though, their opponent isn't perfect either, and Galatasaray gets aced after they start a fight in multiple spots around the map. BYG collects the shutdowns and bounties and extend their gold lead. With no answer to Doggo, who is now 11-0-8 on Misfortune, BYG goes straight to game 5, and damn, you don't need to ask who is MVP. It's obviously Doggo. This man is just smurfing on all the kids. Like, Ale is obviously performing really well, but MVP, like most valuable player, not like best performing player, obviously has to go to Doggo in all the matches actually BYG plays. It's just insane how much he carries. He probably has to get another bag after this one. Oof. In game number 5, both sides go for mostly comfort picks. When Olaf TF for Galatasaray, many of their most played champions throughout the year, but strangely in the bot lane Lucian Trundle, which is a very particular bot lane duo, and they're facing Doggo and Kino's MF Leona duo once again, which has been smashing them like all series long. And surprisingly, at first, Galatasaray gets the first kill in bot lane, but hey, Doggo is there, so don't worry. BYG answers with 2 kills in response. Alive though finally manages to shine in a mid-game fight, securing some needed kills, and for first time he doesn't fall behind as much in comparison to his AD carry counterpart. Galatasaray losses out in rotations this time though with a bit weaker macro play, and with Doggo even finding solo kills on the map, he's really the difference maker in this one and in this series overall. Picking up even more kills, where would Beyond to be without him? I've asked that question before and I ask it again. They probably wouldn't even be at this tournament. Well, looking at his solo laners getting caught so often all game all day, they probably wouldn't have made it alone. Get Doggo a better team, man. But the overall game was quite the nail biter. Doggo dies for once in 3 games on Misfortune. Pusha stealing Baron in the end. Jesus, it was actually a really fun game, and yeah, what a way to end the series. In the end, to everyone's surprises, BYG actually manages to make the reverse sweep happen here in this one, and MVP again goes to Doggo. We have to put some honorable mentions here for ones with actually good Rise ultimates saving multiple teammates in teamfights. Pusha steal of course, but in the end Doggo, Mr. Old Reliable, still did all the damage, still performed very well, still found picks here and there. He is the key point of this team, and we have to underline this fact every time. Thanks for watching, and leave a like if you enjoyed it. While you're at it, what is your prediction for the Humanoid Beyond series? Can Doggo carry against Chovy and Deft? Personally, I don't think so at all. I think 3-0, maybe 3-1 if Humanoid slips up massively, but I don't expect that. So let's see tomorrow if I'm right. But tune in for the next one, where we'll have the Peace versus Red series just following shortly after this one. See you then, have a good one. Bye.